Hey guys, because of YouTube's strict policies concerning the topic that we might be discussing here, I have to preface this video by saying that I am just a girl on the internet. I am not a doctor. I am not a scientist. And I am not saying you should listen to me. As a matter of fact, you probably shouldn't listen to me. But enjoy the video. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to Mika Reaction Reviews, where we react and review to things on the internet. Same day, same shirt, different video. And it's really hot here, very humid, so I'm sweating. I think this is going to be the new look for a while, so just get used to it. Anyways, today we are returning to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has been going viral and triggering and pissing off everybody lately, and I love it. Joe Rogan did a over 3 hour podcast with a CNN anchor, a worker, or journalist, and I do want to listen to the entire podcast, but I've been kind of just listening to the clips, the ones that's been really making its rounds. I'm not sure which one this clip covers, but it just says Joe Rogan exposes Sanjay Gupta on CNN's propaganda. This was uploaded 1 day ago and has 633,000 views and 22,000 likes. We're gonna get right into it, but before you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that button to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. Another way you can support the channel is visit my brand new merch shop. If you guys like the type of videos I react to on this channel, if you like the music and the type of conversations we have, pick up one of these statement shirts today. Start a conversation, speak your mind. We carry t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. Christmas is coming up. Pick up a Christmas gift or two, or just treat yourself, and it's a way for you guys to support this channel. 9 to 12 business days for the United States, 12 to 15 business days international, and 4 to 5 rush domestic for the holiday season. Pick up your shirt today. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, here we go.
So for you, Joe Rogan,
yes,
I would say you've had it.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have better immunity than I would if I was vaccinated. Right?
Yes.
Don't I?
I think your immunity is really good.
So why, if I've already gotten through COVID and I was really only sick for a day, and then 5 days later I was negative, and I do have the natural antibodies now, why would I take a chance in getting vaccinated on top of that?
Before we get to his reasoning, see, this is what I'm talking about when the media says just listen to the science, and then when you do listen to the science, they're just like, well, just listen to us instead, because there's a thing called antibodies and there's a thing called natural immunity. No one's saying that the poke can't do something similar than your natural immune system or antibodies, but once you have those things, then it's kind of on a similar playing field. Has there even been enough scientific evidence or scientific trials or data collected to say how your body would react to the poke if you also had COVID or had it recently or have the antibodies? Like, has that even been studied long enough that we know how that might react, how somebody's body might react to that? So I'm just saying, like, it's like listen to the science, but not really listen to us. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
By the way, I'm glad you're better. I'm glad it only lasted a day.
You're probably the only one at CNN that's glad.
No. We're not.
The rest of them are all lying about me taking horse medication. And we should talk about that.
That bothered you.
It should bother you too. They're lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs for veterinary.
I mean, first of all, not only should it bother Joe Rogan because it was a personal attack on him and it was a lie, it should bother Joe Rogan and everybody else around him and on this planet that a news organization flat out lied. So why, like, the fact that he even answered the question kind of like sarcastically, like, oh yeah, so it just kind of bothered you, huh? Like, no shit, dumbass. All right, let's continue.
Calling it a horse dewormer is not a flattering thing. I get that.
It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Well, the FDA put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, you are not a horse, you are not a cow, stop taking this stuff, or something like that.
Why would...
We should already tell you that the FDA is biased in its leaning, that they would even say that, because they could have easily came out and said, yes, there is Ivermectin that is a horse dewormer, but it has been reformulated for human use. Billions have taken it, has won a Nobel Peace Prize. They could have easily said that, like, there are two different kinds, this is what Joe Rogan said, but instead they decided to play sides. That's one thing. And I heard someone say like calling ivermectin a horse dewormer is like calling penicillin fish food. Like things are derived from natural biological material, so it can have once been one thing and then reformulated so a person can use it. Anyway, let's continue.
Did you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making winning the Nobel Prize in 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a drug that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right? Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer? I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying?
1 second. First of all, ivermectin, I think that's what they're talking about. It's not that expensive. Like everyone kept saying like, oh my God, Joe Rogan is a billionaire, so of course he can afford like the best medicine. Like a lot of the things, I don't know everything he took, but a few things that he took isn't that expensive. Ivermectin is actually really affordable, fairly cheap, which is one of the reasons why people feel like it isn't being pushed as much, because it's not making as much money as the pokes. So like for me, it's like a lot of people kept bringing that up. Like he's rich, of course he can afford it. Like most people can afford it. So anyway, let's continue.
You know that they know that I took medicine. Like here it is. This is ivermectin.
You got
this
it with
right
you.
Here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like I feel like I'm missing.
Do you think that's a problem, that your news network lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude,
what did they say?
They lied
What did
and
they
said
say?
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
they
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch of other medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking it, the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease, and as you say, it's probably, I think what, 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More,
I get that.
Way more.
The fact that is like, if his doctor prescribed him actual horse dewormer, they should be more upset at a medical doctor for doing that, because Joe Rogan is just the patient and he's trusting his doctor. So why would they even attack the patient? Why wouldn't they go to the doctor and say, hey, why are you prescribing patients horse dewormer? Of course, because they knew that that wasn't the fact. They knew that it's going to sound more negative and more demonizing of that medicine if we call it this funny name and, oh, you're taking horse dewormer. Like, again, if it was something expensive, Joe Rogan definitely has the money to afford it, but it's not an expensive drug. And people are literally going to farm stables or farm stores to buy medicine, and people are literally drinking bleach and stuff like that. You can't blame somebody else's low-ass IQ on someone else. I'm sorry. Like, come on. Anyway, let's continue.
So
way more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things
on
the ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network you work for out and out lied, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't think that was you're the medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked before coming on your podcast.
But they did it with such glee.
No,
yes,
Joe.
they did. I watched.
You watched?
I watched.
They did it with a lot of glee. It was almost like they were hoping that he died. It was like they were like praying on their knees to their mother god, Dr. Fauci, that he would have croaked over COVID, so they could have used this to dangle over anybody else who's been hesitant about the poke. They said it with glee, and who knows if this guy really knew what was going on. Like maybe he was just brought in by a guest. And I've heard people talk about these interviews they do with these news stations. They give them very little time, and it's really hard to really get everything out that you need to say to make a well-rounded statement with a lot of context and stuff like that. And so they probably brought him in, got him to say his talking points, so it proves whatever narrative that they're trying to push, but then again, he's a grown-ass man, he's a professional, I'm assuming, so you would think he would ask these questions, but I don't think all the blame should be put on him, because it's possible that he just went in, said his little thing and left, and just kind of forgot about it. Who knows? I don't know. And somebody else did also point out that it wasn't just CNN that said these things, so CNN shouldn't also get all the smoke, you know what I mean? But he works for CNN, or he's worked on CNN, so Joe Rogan is talking about CNN. All right, let's continue.
watched.
You watched? No, I don't think there's
Yes,
glee.
they did.
I don't. No one takes.
Joe Rogan says he has COVID, taking livestock drug despite warnings. Yeah.
Jamie, you had to pull this up.
You want to play it?
Does she
This
have
is your
glee?
news network.
I'm gonna watch.
Let's see.
I'm gonna watch.
Rogan telling his 13 million Instagram followers that he was treated with several drugs, and he included Ivermectin on the list, a drug used for livestock. The FDA and the CDC warn against using to treat COVID.
Turns out I got COVID.
Look, they put a
So
yellow
we
filter on
immediately
me
threw
too.
the kitchen sink at it. All
They
kinds
did.
of meds. Monoclonal
You see the original
antibodies,
video versus that? I look like shit there.
Ivermectin,
Do you know that?
I think you look good.
Pause. It's enough.
Prednisone.
I don't
That's
think
enough, Jamie.
I don't
But-
think Aaron had glee.
Again, they did put a yellow filter over Joe Rogan, and I learned that they actually used to make Trump's skin look oranger when they would report on Trump Report to make him look sick. I saw the original one on Instagram because I followed Joe Rogan, and he looked hella good. He didn't look yellow whatsoever. It's just like, I have to ask a question for people who might listen to mainstream news, who listen to CNN. When you find this stuff out, do you then just go like, okay, they got caught in a lie, I'll just believe with everything else they ever say? Or do you go, wow, they got caught manipulating a story and lying, I just don't trust them at all? Because that's how I am. Like, once I catch you being manipulative, because the reason why people manipulate is because they're trying to coax you into an ideology or a narrative or a belief system. I don't like to be manipulated. I don't like to be lied to, and I don't like to be played dumb. So once I figure out that you think I'm dumb enough to fall for your manipulation, I will never ever trust you or listen to a word that comes out of your mouth. So it is really surprising to me. Like, these fans or watchers of this have had to stumble upon stories where they've lied or they've bent the truth, but then they just continue listening to them. So it's very strange to me. And it's not just CNN. It's a lot of news organizations that do this. Like, do you just like step away? Do you take everything they say with a grain of salt? Or do you just go like, oh, okay, one thing they got caught in, I'll just believe every single thing that ever comes out of their mouth from now on? Like, I don't know. That's a difficult one for me. Like, I'm walking away. I won't listen to you ever again. I stopped watching Young Turks years ago because I caught them in a lie. I stopped watching Philadelphia Frankel years ago because I caught him manipulating stories. Once I catch you doing that, you have lost me as a viewer for the rest of my life. Anyway, let's continue.
It's enough, Jamie.
I don't think Aaron had glee.
Oh, well, it's more Brian Stelter was the gleeful one. But the point is, that's a lie.
It can be used for humans. I get it. I totally.
Not just could be used for humans, is often used for humans, along with all the other drugs I took. All human drugs.
Yes.
They know it's a human drug.
It's right. But
and they lied.
The thing.
It's defamatory.
Joe Rogan is keeping the heat turned up. He's like, no. I'm not gonna let you word manipulate. Let's step it back. Like, oof. Bravo on this guy for having the balls and the cojones to even go on Joe Rogan. I don't know exactly what he thought the interview was gonna be, but you know, good on him. I mean, even though Joe Rogan is dragging the mess out of him, but good for him. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like it was probably that need for fame that drug him to Joe Rogan, because a lot of these medical professionals and stuff like that, or professionals of anything that come on these news stations, a lot of them kind of was looking for the spotlight. So he probably thought like, oh, I'll go on Joe Rogan, he has a big podcast, I'll get famous. No, he just made you the butt of the joke. All right, let's continue. But still, bravo for coming on the show and having the boss to do that, because I don't think Don Lemon would catch himself on there anytime soon, or if ever. All right, let's continue.
It is. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that.
It's defamatory, right?
Well, I don't know if it's defamatory.
I bet it is.
Yeah, well, I'm not a lawyer.
It's a lie.
Well, see, here's the thing. You can have nuanced discussions about this.
No,
right?
you can't.
Yeah,
you can't have nuanced discussions about lying about someone taking horseshoe
There
worm.
was no glee, by the way, from her. She
Well,
was. I
I
don't think
didn't watch her.
anyone takes people's illness.
Oh, yes, they do.
They don't want you to get
stop
sick,
it.
Joe.
Yes, they do.
They
were
want you to get
upset
sick.
that I got healthy. That's one thing they didn't report on. The fact that I was negative 5 days later and working out 6 days later.
Well,
6 days after infection, I was back in the gym.
I'm glad.
Felt great.
I'm glad you do. I really
Me
am.
too.
I think
Thank you.
Most of the
I'm
people
glad you're glad. You're a nice guy.
Most of the people I know, I think, would be glad that you. I don't think that there was any glee.
There's a lot of people out there that weren't glad. But
This guy obviously doesn't read the comment sections on Joe Rogan pages. There was so many people that was like, fuck, you didn't die. Damn it. Like, okay, they didn't word it like that, but it's like they were so mad that he got better. It's like, what's the opposite of being mad that someone got better? It has to be like you are mad that he didn't get sick. Like, so that's the conclusion you have to come up with. If you're upset because someone got better, that you wanted them to get sick. I'm sorry about the sweat. It's really hot. I can't do nothing about it. Let's continue.
My point is, you're working for a news organization. If they're lying about a comedian taking horse medication, what are they telling us about Russia? What are they telling us about Syria? Do you understand that that's why people get concerned about the veracity of the news?
The concern was, look, just the nuanced part of this. And you're not taking a horse dewormer. I get it. You got that as a legitimate medication from a pharmacy.
Somebody gave me. That's kind of a joke. My friend Megan brought.
All right, guys. That was Joe Rogan making a fool out of a CNN medical professional anchor, news reporter, whatever. Obviously, Joe Rogan had a axe to grind. And you know what? Fair on him. Like, if you have a major news organization. No. You have major news organizations basically lying on you and getting away with it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the first time I realized news can do that. I actually thought there was some sort of like law against it. Like, a news organization can't just lie. They can't just flat out lie, can they? But they can, as long as they kind of like backpedal. Like, they'll put it out there, they'll make it go viral, and then like months later they'll go back and edit an article and put at the bottom, oh, correction, this is actually what he took, long after no one's talking about it anymore. So as long as they kind of correct it somewhere, and then they're kind of protected a little bit, there's like all these little legal loopholes they can get past for just lying. So it's very like, it's very sad that you live in a society where you can't trust the profession, you can't trust the news. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm so sweaty. I have to go, guys. I have to turn my fan back on because I'm gonna melt. Anyway, tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think about what Joe Rogan said, what the doctor or the CNN worker said, what I said. Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. Comment link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to visit my brand new merch shops. Links down below. Also, I have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle or I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go in the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. And you guys have an amazing day. Stay safe, stay sane.